Okay, this is a really random video to put on my channel, but Final Fantasy XIV, it's pretty good. But mostly, so I'm Ekamak. This is Final Fantasy XIV. This isn't a Let's Play, but I really want to show off something I'm seeing for the first time. So, in the really big expansion, I'm sorry this is kind of spoilers where I'm standing, but we visited a bunch of ruined worlds. We visited the world of the dragons, which was absolutely ruined by the Omicron. We visited the world of the Ear, where they gave up on life because they found out the universe will expire to heat death and they've got no way to fix it. And then you visit the universe of the world of the Omicron, and way over there you can see what I presume is an arena for the local super boss fate. I really want to get into a fight with that one, but considering how exclusive they are, I'm not seeing it happening. But yeah, as I was saying, the Omicron. And the thing is, the Omicron have very strong ties to the Omega raids, but that's not what's important. What's important is that the Omicron drove the dragons to extinction. And when you come after the main quest, after you finish the main story, you can do a dungeon where the Omicron decide to set up a Last Dregs restaurant for all these remnants. Up until now, we've just been doing it with people who don't have settings in the outside. They all live in the portal void way up in the sky. But you did get one for the Ear over there. And now, because I've reached a certain level of reputation, that is, rank 5, we have this. The Restaurateur's Guide to the Dragonstar. Last Dregs management would discuss the further development of your business plan. Mule missive status thriving. According to recent scans, the E also emit pleased vibrations. They aren't the only ones. Members of quite a few civilizations have been enjoying watching the Mule missive frolic, and customer satisfaction has risen accordingly. On that note, it's just about time for our regular rounds at the cafe. Care to join? Incidentally, I think last episode we also had to deal with some people who only came here to say, "Wow, what a pathetic waste of time," and left. Very unpleasant. I'm getting the feeling that they're going to be the final boss for this story arc, so to speak, where we have to satisfy them in order to truly win at the Last Dregs quest. Anyway, I'm jamming it. N7000, do you have anything to say? Cafe status, bustling. Installation of additional seating recommended. Sophistic E. Is it possible that a substance that possesses no consciousness knows us better than we know ourselves? Last Dregs security protocol updated. Only rude intruders will be eliminated. All the best dialogue is in this quest. It's a shame that you have to get your gatherers to level 80 to get to see it. Such pristine fish. We'll make sure to take care of them. The ones we don't eat anyway. I can't say what's more unbelievable. That I'm gardening with the enemy. Not that I quite enjoy it. I was dead serious about the war, believe you me. Yet somehow this feels more meaningful. Welcome to the Last Dregs, valued team member Ray. Please limit your intake of complimentary liquids to 1 serving per shift. How may this unit assist you? Wait, look at that guy over there, he's just balancing. Okay, he's probably blending it, but it looks like he's just showing off by balancing it perfectly in his claw. Can you tell me about the replicated civilizations? Tell me about Gordona. Gordona was the first civilization that units from Alphatron's star encountered, and ultimately conquered upon achieving interstellar travel. At the time we believed that Gordona's machines were the true leaders of its civilization. Gordona was thus registered as a threat and annihilated as swiftness. was only after extermination it included that we learned the Goldonites were in fact silicon-based life forms. Though further data on their true nature remains scarce, historical reconstruction is an ongoing endeavour. We don't need to hear about all of them. I'd say that we want to focus on the quest. As you can see, the Last Dregs is now patronised by entities of all ages. We have expanded our beverage range to accommodate both the young and the very, very old, accordingly. Now that the new Missivendi have settled in, the timing to introduce new patrons is optimal. As a matter of fact, I was just thinking the same thing. We've had such good luck with the E, it seems only natural we invite the dragons next, too. They too are residents of Ultima Thule, after all. Shall this unit scan your cranial cavern for irregularities? We Omicrons are the dragon's mortal enemies. They would not willingly break bread or any other substance with us. Projections indicate they may be traumatized by the very suggestion. Are you worried about them? How endearing! Yet if Ultima Thule is to move forward, as people cannot remain mired in conflicts of the past. It would befoul the Dynamis for one thing, and bugger up our hard work. We must learn to live in harmony. Acknowledged. But this unit will excuse itself from promotional efforts. The probability of Dragonstar's life forms reacting adversely to Omicron presence in their territory exceeds acceptable parameters. Parameters Shamarators. It may be risky, but if the dragons are to believe that the Omicrons have turned over a new leaf, I can think of no better ambassador. You may not be able to rewind time and unconquer the Dragonstar, but you can certainly strive to do better in the future we are creating. Dynamis makes the impossible possible. You said so yourself. Encouragement tentatively internalized. This unit will attempt to serve as an ambassador for peace. Then off to Restaurateur we go. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. Actually, we could just teleport there. I think I'll do that. This unit has detected an additional hurdle in fulfilling the current objective. Excuse me, can I interest you in anything? Anything at all? Hello? Ignoring me won't make me go away. I wondered how a tuft of floss came to clamour so, but 'tis no more than one of thy strange companion. No, autoplay off! 'Tis no more than one of thy strange companions. This explaineth much. Wilt thou not leave me to my slumber? So long have I been weary. We have just the thing for that. Coffee! Delectable cuisine as well. Why not stop by the Last Dregs and see what the civilizations of Ultima Thule are raving about? I realize you may have complicated feelings about my own Omicron friend here, but we nevertheless offer you a place to eat, drink, and be merry. Art thou attempting to provoke me? Though I suppose it matters not. Neither grief nor hate stir within me, for my flame hath long since flickered and died. The news you do not wish to inflict vengeful obliteration upon the Alphatron star should be welcome. However, this unit finds it unexpectedly difficult to process. Are you certain you do not desire revenge? Not even a micron? It may be advisable to gnaw on this unit in the name of experimentation lest your conclusion be premature. To what end? The destruction of a single machine changeth naught, meaneth naught. Aye, We dragons once revelled as thou wouldst have me do. In the mountain's shadow did we gather to sing, yet even our melodies are naught but a memory now. If I no longer weep for the silence machine, why dost thou believe I have aught to spare for thee? Conversational difficulty levels critical. This unit requests permission to retreat. Not so fast. The Karelians' apocalyptic aggression didn't stop us, and neither will this dragon's depression. All of our patrons have needed a little help in learning to hope again. It's just a matter of discerning what they value and how to provide it. Fortunately, we have the Great Ray at our side. I've heard tell that you have no little experience treating with dragons. And although the dragons here may not recall their passions, if the Dragon Song War is any indication, their brethren on Aetheris possess no such problem. Surely there's at least one dragon of your acquaintance with whom we can consult? Are you going to send us all the way back to Heaven's Ward? Okay, let's think this over. Vertra or Voidofnir? I think the option here is Vertra for two reasons. One is because here we're understanding, whereas this is just a dragon that we know. But also Vertra is the dragon that's connected to... Vertra is connected to the current expansion. Oh yeah, I picked the wrong option then. Satrap of Red's at hand? Oh no, I wouldn't dream of calling him away from his work for this. Vidofnir it is then. As the leader of her people and an arbiter of peace, she must have advice about disagreeable dragons. And she doesn't sound like the sort to let her elders on the Dragonstar wallow for eternity. Aetheris' historical records are not registered into this unit's database, but the proposed course sounds logical as prescribed. It is statistically probable they will not welcome assistance from a former enemy, but this unit believes that we must restore hope to dragonkind. Then it's decided. Do we need to pack chassis wax or anything? This unit must remain in Ultima Thule to ensure smooth operation of the last drags while allied life forms are away. However, a portable communications drone can be dispatched for the journey. How convenient! Let's make for Annex Shrine post-haste. Are we actually going to pull Vidofnir away from Annex Shrine? She was involved in the Vath tribal quests, where you had to strike a deal with her dragons and such. I feel like these guys need to knock more holes in their building. Hi there! Dost thou ever rest, little one? Thou hast brought salvation to the star, yet thy countenance bespeaks a mission. The will of the star has blessed thee with charming companions. Yet to think I should meet one of the machines that drove my grandsire from the Dragonstar. 'Tisn't like a bedtime fable. Fear not. I shall not rebuke thee. Thou wilt not be the first to call an old foe friend. 'Tis the fate of the dragons that concerneth me. To condemn them to an empty existence forevermore would be cruel indeed. This unit did not expect to find you so pleasant? Alive? It is difficult to locate the proper lexical data. Jammingway shared much doubt about the dragons of Aetheris during the journey, but this unit struggles to process those who embrace an ageless existence upon this star and are of the same species as the life forms we encountered in Ultima Thule. Your dragons too faced countless battles and great suffering, yet they emerged whole. This unit wonders how much can be attributed to faith in their allied units and how much to the resilience of their hope. Or if these two variables are one and the same. Which brings us to our purpose to our purpose here. Is there anything we can say to the dragons of Ultima Thule that might open their hearts to embrace hope once more? My sire, Svelga, oft spoke of Midgard Soma's tales of the Dragonstar, for from these memories was our Som-Al born. Right, Som-Al Hard is about helping out the dragons with purging the mountain of from invaders because it's very special to the dragons. 'Tis mine understanding that the Dragonstar possessed a sacred peak resplendent. 'Twas my grandsire's longing for its heights that drew him to nest upon Aetheris. Mine ancestors doubtless felt its loss as keenly, yet their despair has given way to exhaustion. The memory 'tis but a dull ache in their hearts. Restore to them memory untainted by bitterness, and they may yet be inspired as my grandsire once was. Words, however, shall not suffice. If not words, then what about taste? We've managed to evoke joyful recollections via soup before. Surely we can do the same for the dragons. Previous customer data supports this hypothesis. However, dragons do not possess a culinary tradition as such. As with the Grebulovs, we must think outside the standard parameters. Oh, I believe I have precisely what we need. Among the recipes provided to us by our Sharlayan collaborators is one from Ishgard. A dessert resembling Som-Al. If that's not outside standard parameters, I don't know what is. A curious proposal, but thou art welcome to attempt it. My grandsire once spoke of the pale blossoms northeast of Annex Trine as like unto those of the Dragonstar's Valley. Collect them with my blessing. And I bet this changes based on what gathering class you are at this very second. Sounds like we shall be gazing upon a resplendent and edible peak in no time. This unit requests that you return to the last dregs before initiating baking protocols. The utility of this drone's tiny digits is limited. Because yeah, when you're doing crafting or gathering quests, tribal quests, they actually have little parts here and there that indicate how you're doing this thing. Crafting quests more so, where they'll say, right, we need you to use your blacksmithing skills or your armoring skills to make these metal plates. But for something like carpentry, they change it to be, okay, make us this bit of wooden framework for our thing. Oh wow, level 80 vegetation patches. We only need 3, so field mastery on, quick gathering, Som-Al bloom. I believe A4 research is a faster way to get to the core than anything else. Yeah. I want a level checker. I really want a level checker. But that's what the Super Boss Fate is for. Drone battery low. This unit has returned to its charging station despite Jamming Way's protests. Wait, what did Jamming Way actually protest about? We do strive to make our dishes visually appealing, but this will be our greatest challenge yet. I hope the dragons appreciate it. Ingredients consistent with Dragonstar environmental records. Please initiate baking protocols. Consider them initiated. Dessert is go! Remember, machine, 'tis only at the purported request of my kin across the expanse that I humour thee. Do not test my patience overlong. We wouldn't dream of it. Now, if you'll come this way... Oh, wait, are we actually setting up a new portion of the restaurant specifically sized for dragons? No, we aren't. Thy tiny hands wrought this for my sake? Yay! Raised less than tiny hands and then 7,000 spinny watts. It's also helped. We worked hard to make it as much like the holy peak of the Dragonstar as possible. Do you like it? Tis difficult to say. My palate recalleth not what flavours once appealed. Visually, however, I see it. The peaks dividing the Dragonstar in twain, bright clouds to shroud them. I feel the wind upon my scales and I remember. A passing strange place this, yet for the newfound bond with my distant kin, and these memories gifted unto me, I am grateful. The gesture hath touched me, of that be certain. It's alright to miss home, everyone does sometimes. Indeed. How beautiful it was, our Dragonstar. How joyfully its winds did brace our wings. I should like my kin to remember those days, no longer to mourn them, but to dream of them once more. This unit is pleased to hear of your spiritual revival. However, it would be remiss of this unit not to remind you that our establishment employs a larger Micron staff. Your kin would be most welcome to join them, but would this not be intolerable to them? Metal Warrior. Thou art not the same as thou once were. No more are we. I know not what to make of this future, but I would no longer linger in the past. That is why you created this place. Is it not? Logic circuits complete. Threat level, nominal. Business status, booming. However, this unit is experiencing an anomalous overflow. Conditions mathematically insufficient to generate current levels of mission satisfaction. Further analysis required, initializing additional processes. Are you sure you aren't just happy? You know, like a squishy-wishy organic life form? An illogical life form as yourself could not begin to understand this unit's internal workings. Terminating interaction. Goodbye. Don't you dare go into sleep mode, coward! We cannot let N7000's emotional dysfunction distract from our success. To Elysion, we'll drag it there if we must. Elysion is interesting because it is an area that you can only go to once you've started this tribal quest series, and each step it grows bigger. It's quite cool. It's reminiscent of what happened with the pixies in the battle tribal quests for the 70 to 80 branches. But yeah, we've already activated a few areas thanks to all the people getting along, so let's have a look at what the dragons will add to our special place. Please refrain from vibrating your vocal organs. This unit will continue processing anomalous satisfaction levels once Elysion's status has been verified. It's a dragon nest with dragon mountains. I do hope that winds bless yonder peak. Mio missive! Inspiration has touched the dragon's hearts and given form to a nostalgic vista from the Dragonstar. Yet there's still room for Elysion to grow and change. What other hopes will the power of Dynamis bring to life? What a majestic sight that was! It's so pointy! Harmony between dragons and Omicrons defies any and all prior projections. A rousing success then. Given historical events, it should not be possible per the laws of the universe. Only in Ultima Thule could such a thing occur. In that case, I better not hear you question our potential ever again. This is definitive proof that we can do anything if we put our minds to it, no matter what your projections say. I was created by someone too, you know. But I don't believe that being artificial makes our experiences any less worthwhile. We're here, and we're making a difference. Have a little faith. That's what living is all about. This unit did not realize you were plagued by similar existential doubts, though it does explain your desire to pry into psyches you do not understand. Nevertheless, this unit will produce noises of generalized validation. Well, good. We've created a miracle here today. as well as new bonds between dragonkind that span time and space. I propose we bask in that glory for a while. Last Dreg's reputation up. You have achieved honored reputation with the staff and patrons of the Last Dregs. New Micron tribal daily quests are now available. Furthermore, you can take 3 additional quests today as a bonus. Only today. These additional quests are available after accepting all current daily quests. And you can't overtake it, you can have more wares, etc, etc. Alright, tell you what, I'll show it on screen. First of all, we have to turn in this. Report from all purpose to service unit has been received. Your contributions are greatly appreciated. Extrapolating outcomes based on the success of cultivation protocol. Should the cafe become reliably and adequately stocked with fish-based foodstuff, Grebulov are predicted to experience the highest growth in satisfaction levels. Aquaculture testing will resume shortly. Stand by and await further instructions. I'm pretty sure that some of these will be related to the dragons, and I want to hear what dragons have to say. According to the incomprehensible theory offered by the flea-ridden manager, draconic patronage remains below preferred levels due to the dark environment in which they live, dampening their spirits. As protocol requires compliance with management orders even when they are stupid, the furnishings of Restaurateur will be with vibrant and colourful organisms must be duly coordinated. Allied unit, you will be charged with delivering the specimens. Procure a number of lucent flowers from Elysian fields. Deliver them to the Advanced Environmental Stimulation Unit in Restaurateur. Requires assistance of a life form quick on their feet. Research is underway to develop a new menu for draconic patrons of the Last Dregs. At present, preliminary trials using resources available in Elysion are being performed to recreate the taste of home dragons once enjoyed on their planet. It has been proposed that an organic lifeform's touch may aid in this effort. For that reason, your services are required. Receive the full mission briefing from the Advanced Culinary Research Unit stationed in the Elysion area, dedicated to the youth recreation. Despite its incomparable processing capabilities, there would appear there are many concepts Stigma 4 has yet to understand. The Hirsuti proprietor of the Last Dregs has decreed dragons residing in Ostrakon Deka Okoto be offered rudimentary tools for grooming. Gifts, in its words, as a gesture of kindness. Discord no more. What does Hirsute mean? It's a fancy word for hairy. Go figure. The obstinate and prickly proprietor was advised that tools be synthetically recreated to no avail. It has instead decided the implements be inferior substitutes of organic origin, as that would somehow be more genuine. Hence the allied unit services are required. Further elucidation deemed unnecessary. Mission initiation requested. Proceed to Elysion and secure plants with objectively soft and fluffy texture from the recreational areas. Make your way to Restaurateur, where you may offer the items to the saddest dragon you may find. Hirsute. Literary humorous. They're similar to hairy, shaggy, bushy, hair-covered, long-haired, woolly, and furry, and... Ooh, you're just buzzing about, aren't you? Yeah, it looks nice. Cotton-like plants at the Elysian playgrounds. Allied lifeform recognized. This unit will now proceed to mission briefing. Your mission. Procure samples of true dragon fruit from vegetation patches in the vicinity. Deliver them to present coordinates at maximum achievable speed. Go watch those Mew missive. Man, this has been one massive gathering occasion, hasn't it? Not a single mount quest. But I suppose that's what you get when you have dragons. Analysis of allied lifeforms' dimpled facial expression suggests mission was successful. Immediate transfer of requested item is desired. This unit can confirm the delivered items fall within acceptable parameters, preparing to display appreciation for allied lifeforms' cooperation. Thank you! Return to Stigma 4 for mission debriefing and compensation. Now, I'm betting that I can just use a teleport to get to there because that's Restaurateur. Advanced Environmental Stimulation Unit. Allied lifeform detected. Scans indicate presence of the requested items in your belongings. Immediate surrender of said items is requested. Delivery of items confirmed. All appears to be in order. You may return to Stigma 4 for mission debriefing and compensation when ready. Now, an interesting thing is that there's a quest where you're supposed to go out to advertise to try and get more patrons, and you actually do get sent to the E hideout and to here to advertise. And in previous cases, they would just say no thanks, not interested. But then I remember that when I got the quest more recently and I got sent to the E abode, because I befriended the E and integrated them into the last dregs, I actually got a positive response from the E that I found and advertised to. So I'd be interested to see what I have to hear from the dragons now that if I ever get that quest again. Little one, art thou an ally of the strangely attired rabbit? It appeared before me not long ago, insisting it wished to offer me a gift. The soft thistledown of this plant could, in theory, be used to provide a bed for dragons. The sheer amount of that would require is surely unsustainable. A most peculiar plant. What is it for? Else would give me mementos of the Dragonstar? Perhaps if I squint I shall see some resemblance. Regardless, 'tis heartening to know someone will remember us even now. I thank thee and thine for the sentiment. Actually, we don't need to mount up, we just teleport there. We're in a hustle. I get the feeling that it's going to be the bunnies that are going to be the tribal quest for crafting whenever that comes out, because there was an incomplete side story there. Mission report from the Advanced Environmental Stimulation Unit has been received. Engaging monologue sequence to share results of analysis as an expression of appreciation for Ray's cooperation. The invasion of the Dragonstar led to its eventual destruction. The barrens the dragons inhabit is a simulation born from that memory. Significant change in the environment is not expected at this stage, but outlook for positive shift in their sentiment has marginally increased. Conclusion: this mission has no end in sight. Allied unit is requested to accept compensation for mission completion and make its preparations to receive new orders. This guy was actually the boss of one of the initial endgame dungeons for Endwalker, and now he's giving out story quests. He's giving out quests for gatherers. The Advanced Culinary Research Unit sent communication of mission success. Ray's contribution was noted favourably. Current evaluation of the difficulty of mission to recreate cosmetables native to the Dragonstar remains high at present, but within realistic boundaries nonetheless. Further analysis of available culinary methods necessary. Additional problems are anticipated. The dragon's prodigious size necessitates that a sustainable means of amassing enough provisions to satisfy their appetite may be determined. Research and development of aquaculture done in parallel may prove a promising solution. Allied unit has returned unscathed in spite of anticipated mission failure, requesting full support. The dragon expressed gratitude? Preposterous. Projections indicated cataclysmic results. Reassessment of annoying proprietor's intelligence will be necessary. Commencing reevaluation. Fatal error detected. Process terminated. These are fun quests. Anyhow, I don't know what's coming next, but until next time guys, take care, I'll see you all around.